What a
That's
play.
enough practice squad. I got a question about the quarterback.
Yeah.
Should the 49ers let Brock cook? That's one of your words, and I'm trying to understand what it means. And to me, the way I would use it in a sentence is like, Brock doesn't have more power, authority, freedom at the line of scrimmage than Jimmy had. He's being used. He's better than Jimmy, but he's being used the same way that Jimmy was used. And with Jimmy, it made sense to not let him use his brain that much because, sorry, he wasn't that smart. I'm sorry. He didn't seem that invested or that smart. I'm so sorry. It is what it is, okay? Brock is different. Brock seems super prepared, super smart, and cerebral. Like that's one of his best qualities. And yet, he's entering year 4. He just got the bag, and it doesn't seem like he's getting those freedoms. Meanwhile, D'Amico just gave him to C.J. Stroud. He's now allowed to audible at the line of scrimmage or set his own protections. Brock still hasn't been given those freedoms yet. What do you think? Has he earned them? Would the Niners be better, putting more on his plate, or are things good the way they are?
Okay, Grant, I don't know. I don't know if this is the same question you're asking, but literally last night I was on YouTube and I was watching one of these YouTube shorts. You asked Shanahan this question, like, why don't you let Brock do this? And then Shanahan literally said, like, he does. So, like, don't they already let him cook?
Okay, that's a great question. What Kyle does is he'll call 2 plays.
Okay.
When they're in the huddle, and then he'll say, "Can it?" Meaning, if the first play is supposed to be, against a certain look. If it's cover 3, cover 4, we're going with this. If it's man, I want you to call the second play. So he gives the quarterback some choice. We're not just going to run one play, but you don't get to go up there and be like, actually, I want you to run a fade. I like this matchup. We're just going to go handle this one-on-one right here. You used to see Aaron Rodgers do little hand moves. You don't see that very much anymore. Also, you used to always see Peyton Manning and Tom Brady before the snap being like 57's the mic, 55's the mic before
or
they
Drew
got the
Brees
ball.
with Michael Thomas.
Or Drew Brees. And with the Niners, it's always Jake Moody, Jake Brendel, has a, he's lower to the ground than Brock Purdy. It's harder for him to see the strong safety and the nickel back and all the potential blitzers. And we saw in the Super Bowl how inconsistent at best Jake Brendel is at that. So I would like to see if things get better with Brock doing it.
Well, Grant, if you pay a quarterback $265 million, he should do whatever the hell he wants to do.
Yeah, let him cook.
Let him cook. That. I think he should
cook.
In the kitchen. And I think that you could say that Kyle Shanahan boosted and elevated Brock for the beginning of his career, but at a certain point, I think he's going to be holding him back because Brock does have the capability to run an NFL offense without the training wheels. And I think what Kyle said is like, only a few quarterbacks in the world can really do that stuff. Well, guess what, dude? You got one of them.
Yeah. And I think Purdy's smart.
And if you don't use him that way, then you're really I think, not using him to his full capabilities.
I just feel like Shanahan is like, oh, I know more than you, Purdy. But Purdy's on the field. He sees everything. He's actually playing the game. So
that's right.
Honestly, yes, let him cook. Let Brock cook. Let him cook.
And I think Brock, I'd like to see it. I don't think Brock would start audibling to passes left and right. I think Breeze did that. Yeah. I think Breeze would hear a run play and be like, nah, we're passing. I don't see Brock being that kind of guy. I feel like he would make good, responsible decisions. And if he doesn't, then you can take it away from him. But if C.J. Stroud gets to do it, and I think it's so interesting that D'Amico, who's a Kyle Shanahan guy, is like, you know what? I think that system isn't right for my quarterback anymore. I think he outgrew it. Anyway, let him cook. All right,